What's going on, guys? It's your boy Caesar. It's a little cold out here. If you can't tell, my hair's booted up, and it's cold over here because my garage is the only place I can actually record in private, and it's cold as fuck. Really cold. And today I'm gonna talk about how tunnel vision, and I'm gonna talk about other things too, but how tunnel vision can help you combat anxiety. And a lot of people don't know this, but when you have tunnel vision, you're more locked in and you're more focused what's in front of you, what's in front of you, right? You're present to what's in front of you. And what happens when you get anxiety? When you get anxiety, your pupils dilate, right? They dilate. They get about this big around. They almost take up your whole eye, right? And they're the size of fucking frisbee. And when that happens, when your pupils dilate, the reason they dilate is because your body goes into fight or flight mode. And when it goes into that, your vision gets spaced out. So it's getting a larger view, right? It's getting a larger view. You're not locked in. You don't have tunnel vision. And when it's spaced out, you go straight into your head, right? You go straight into your head, and you have your body's telling you all these your brain is telling you all these what if scenarios, right? Because it's in fight or flight mode. It thinks it's in trouble. It thinks it's in trouble, right? So when you combat this is the way I found this out. I remember at work, I used to go upstairs all the time, and before that, I used to get anxiety. I used to go upstairs to go load trucks, right? And I would go up the stairs, and I would go upstairs, and I realized I had no anxiety when I was going upstairs, and it's like I was more present. It's like I was more present in the moment, and I started figuring out why. And I was like, well, I'm going upstairs, so the stairwalk is only this big, about this big around. So I have no choice but to just keep looking straight and getting locked up and be focused in my front view. And I had no anxiety whatsoever. So it's the same thing when you're talking to a person. Uh, you want to have tunnel vision and you want to focus on what's going on. You want to focus what's in front of you. Once you do that, you want to have that talking voice in the back of your head telling you all these what if scenarios, and you stay more focused into the conversation. If, let's say, you're trying to talk to somebody, you're more focused, you're more locked in, you're not spaced out. Because like I said, when your pupils get spaced out, it goes straight into the head. And when your pupils are spaced out, uh, you get a whole fucking view of what's around you from all the way from the corner of your eyes. So when you're viewing everything from the corner of your eyes, everything, you're not focused in on that person. You're not focused in. You're not locked in. It's like you're not even present. Like the person looking at you, like this guy's not even there because you're all in your head, right? And that's what shies away people from people that have anxiety. Their pupils get really big. They get really large, and they're spaced out. So they're viewing everything, and they're not really viewing them. They're not really focusing on them, right? That's my first thing, tunnel vision. And trust me, it's true. I mean, think about trying to conversate with someone, and you're spaced out. You're not focused on them. Uh, Here's one exercise I'm gonna give y'all. In order to have tunnel vision, well, you can try to do it when you conversate with someone. That'd be the best thing. But one way I started doing it, I started 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, you wanna, let's get an object, right? You put it down, and trust me, this doesn't make you slow, I promise. You focus in on that one object. Just in that one object, you're focusing on it. and you're focusing in on your breath the whole time. The whole time you're viewing it, you're focusing in on your breath. And you'll really practice starting to have tunnel vision that way. You gotta be consistent though. It can't be like, once every other day. It's gotta be every day, and that's how you get that consistent exercise. You gotta practice it, and you'll end up having tunnel vision. You'll stop being more spaced out, and you'll be more in the present moment, and you'll be able to talk to a person and be a little bit more present in the moment with them instead of being spaced the fuck out, fucking viewing the totality of everything that's in front of you instead of viewing and focusing on that one person. And not just that, but focus in on the words that they're saying. That's one thing to help people that have anxiety when talking to people. You got to focus in on what they're saying. You can't just be in your head. Okay. Another thing that gives you anxiety that people don't really think about. This gives you anxiety when you rush through things. What are you doing when you rush through things, right? Oh, I gotta do. You're doing everything fast. You're going this, that, this. I gotta do this. This, that. And when you're sending a signal to your body. Your body will respond to that. And when you're rushing through things, you're giving your body and your brain a worry feeling, like it's in trouble, like almost like it's being under attack, and that's when it goes into a fight or flight mode. And when you do that on a daily basis, when you're rushing through things, they don't have to. It doesn't have to be super fast, guys. It doesn't have to be super fast. I mean, just make it at a medium, moderate, intermediate speed. It doesn't have to be fucking 1,000 miles per hour. It just has to be fast enough so you get the job done. Not all this shit going, doing all this really really fast. When you're doing that, you get your mind racing. You have your mind racing, and you never want to have your mind racing because you're not calm. You want to stay calm when you're doing things. So, for example, when let's say you want to talk to somebody again, you don't want to rush through the talk. You don't want to rush through the conversation because when you do, it's almost like when you're rushing through a conversation, it's almost like you're running out of breath. Like you're saying things way too fast. You're saying things way too fast for you to even catch your breath, and most people don't even realize it. They don't really know. And yeah, guys, just don't rush through shit. Because once you do that, you're practicing being anxious. You're practicing it. You're getting better at it. You're perfecting it, and you don't want that. Nobody wants that. So yeah, try to slow down. Try to slow down. Daily activities. Don't rush through shit. Don't rush through anything. Just be prepared. That way you never have to rush through things. Well, the whole conversation thing. When you conversate, just try to slow your words down. Slow them down, and you'll realize that the other person you're talking to, they'll see you as a calmer person. They'll see the peace and calm in you when you talk a little bit slower, and it'll calm them down too. All right. Another thing that gives people anxiety. Now I was wondering why this gave me anxiety, and then I started to thinking, when you're indoors so freaking long, when you're indoors so like you gotta understand. Let's go back to the days of our ancestors. They never they never sat down for 10 hours to 12 hours straight being locked up in a 4 by 4 house, four walls. They didn't. They never did that. No, I must have said that wrong. 4 by 4, whatever. You know what I meant. Four walls. They had to go out and take care of the business. They didn't. They weren't. I mean, think about it, guys. You can't stay trapped in a house all day long and expect not to have anxiety. You're gonna get anxiety. You will. You're not. Trust me. And when you're indoors, your body responds to that. It's saying, "Whoa, we're sitting down. We got to go up and take care of our business, take care of our survival, our survival skills. Because that's you got to go back to the days of our ancestors. They didn't just sit down all damn day. They had to. They were always active. So what I recommend is do a little bit of exercise and be more in outdoors. I remember when I was indoors all the time. About 60 days ago, I would always get anxiety. I would play video games for a long ass time, and after I'd be done, or watching TV, and after I'd be done, I feel so drained. I feel like so much anxiety. Like I would hit that weird feeling in my head. Like I would feel a little empty. I would feel a lot of anxiety. And one thing I started doing is I started going outside, and I started spending at least 20 minutes outside. And it's like as soon as I went outside, I was more present in the moment. I was more. It was almost like I was more in tune with myself because I had nothing to distract me. I had no TV. I had no video games. I wouldn't bring my phone outside, and I felt better. I felt like the anxiety it went away. It was like instant. Like I started being outside, and it's like you view the trees, you view the nature, you view all of that, and you feel more present. And when you're present in the moment, there's no such thing as awkwardness. There's no such thing as anxiety. There's no such thing as depression, because you're living in the now. When you're living in the now, you have none of that. The reason being is because when you have anxiety, what do? You're focusing on the future. You're worrying. You're worrying about, is this going to work out for me in the future? Or what's this person going to say to me once I get to that party? What are they going to think about me? You're worrying about the future. And when you're depressed, you're worried about the past. See? And there's none of that when you're in the present moment. So I really recommend y'all do all of this, what I just said, because it really does work. And trust me, it works. Because I've been doing it for the past 60 days, and life is amazing. It is. Well, guys, I'm going to go back inside, stay a little bit more cozy. It's cool in my garage, so I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, I get something out of this video. Hopefully, I just help one person out there. Just one. I don't care if I get 1,000 views, 20,000. As long as I help that one person, I feel that that's my purpose. I give y'all some information y'all can work with. I hope I can just, give y'all a better life. That's what I'm here for. But with that being said, remember, you are what you think.